Good morning everyone, or good afternoon actually, or good evening depending on where you are, and welcome to another tournament stream! Woo! Today I will be streaming the first day of the final stages for the APAC server. We are starting it off with RN versus GV. I'm going to take you to my garage now, because I'm in the room, but you can't see the teams just yet. Because there is only a 3-minute delay on this stream. That is to avoid anyone being able to stream snipe. And the other most important part, you can get reward for watching this stream as long as you watch through the portal. Make sure that you are logged in and have accepted cookies, because if you have not accepted cookies, then basically the screen shows as a sort of grey square and it doesn't actually show the stream, so the timers won't work, etc. There's only a certain kind of cookie that you have to accept. I don't know exactly which, so it's easier to just say accept cookies. Anyway, my lovely moderator Mutsu is posting the links in the chat if you are looking for them, but there's there's a link for EU, for NA and for APAC itself, of course. So that is basically the house cleaning out of the way. Looking forward to seeing the matches today. I've not watched APAC live yet, but I have rewatched all the round robin stages just to have a look at how the teams are doing, have a feel for how they play and everything. So really looking forward to that. We just have a minute to go before we can go into the room and have a look at the teams. And I will stream for at least the amount of time that the timers are active. So the timers are active from the hour, which is by the time you hear this in 1 minute. And they will be active until nearly 3 hours from then. So it's like, for me it's 1 PM soon. And then at 3:55 PM the timers will stop. I have no control over that. Basically, when the timers stop, they stop. I can't extend it for anyone, unfortunately. So basically, I will stream until all the timers are over. But after that, I can't extend it for you because the timers won't work anyway. So yeah. Basically, once the timers start at the hour, you have to click away a pop-up and then the timer should work. Be sure to check that because the blue timer has to go up. That's the one that is counting the rewards for you. So yeah, watch on the portal, make sure you're logged in, have accepted cookies, and then just enjoy the games. Because honestly, this is the top 4 for the server and the games will be very fun. So by now we can actually go into the room. We have GV here. GV did not expect to be here because actually it was the team ICT that went through originally. But they got disqualified for cheating. So basically that's why we have GV here. GV, of course, is a legendary name, has been around a lot of top 4s and top 8s in previous seasons, so for that way it's no surprise to see them there. So yeah, they're already completely ready for Canal, whereas RN has not readied up yet at all. But aside from the FE, we see pretty much normal-ish meta tanks. I say normal-ish because I've noticed that basically all the servers have different kinds of meta, and it's actually quite funny that way because it's so different. Like I've noticed that in the EU server we use a lot of street wagons and AMX 54s, and then I got to NA and they used a whole lot of crown wagons and everything, and it worked quite well because it's just different servers. They have slightly different playstyles and everything. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what will happen here on APAC server. GV ready in an IS-7, 3 street wagons, a 60p in LT and 1 AMX 54. And on the RN side we see the bat chat, which is not abnormal for Canal. Because with the spawn that they have, they can actually go up that little ridge near their spawn and spot there. Because people in top level tools like this, they will use lights and meds to camp, and it's not as in camping like you would in normals. They give information, they check to make sure that no one is coming from X or Y direction and everything, so it's vital information that they give. That being said though, do not do that sort of stuff in random battles please, okay, thanks. So yeah, RN now completely ready with 3 AMX 54s, 1 Steve, 2 Batchats and an IS-7. Let's see, no, he does ready up in that again. And we are almost ready to go into the game. That also means that the pop-up will almost, well, by now it will have already been there, to be fair. Let's see, countdown clock has begun. There you go, timers have now activated on the portal. And like I said, there will be a pop-up that you need to click away. And then the timers should be counting in blue. All the time counted in blue is working as intended, basically. So let's have a look. The Judgment not using the RN avatar. A cool avatar, not gonna lie, but feels a bit off at this level. And let's have a look. GV focusing on the base A side primarily. Professor also going across the hill. Berlin has been spotted. First shots have been taken. Big hits there into Bratan and Ploy. Doha, on the other hand, has lost a whole lot of HP crossing over there. And base A is not unprotected either. And we enter a very early brawly stage. The Judgment is already facing off against Monaco. Victory and Professor trying to deal with of meeting 0 people, which is honestly one of the most epic names I've seen so far this season. That isn't a 40 troll name, that is. They are trying to cap base A, but right now they're just focusing on taking out the gun. And of meeting 0 people gets taken out. Doha gets taken out. We have Trash facing off versus Rome and Monaco. And he is not without friends. The Judgment are now arriving there as well. As well as Wadu, who's almost reloaded. Rome is not looking the most healthy right now. RN is managing to run off. Rome goes down, leaving RN with a gun advantage. The Judgment is being chased by Victory, who will get the kill there, and he does. There goes Trash as well. Ploy next in line for GV. Surviving with a grand total of 33 HP, still gets a shot in. Monaco. Tokyo has gone down. Monaco not looking all too healthy. It is 4 versus 3. Berlin is moving in. Professor is losing HP. Berlin being very aggressive here. Professor wanting to stay alive. I am Brad Tank now forced to basically focus on the other side, which gives Monaco now time to kill I am Brad Tank. Wadu versus Professor. Wadu wins that. Professor had 2 little HP left. And he is now using the rock. Toaster at base A. Wadu wanting to run off, try and get Monaco. And that's exactly where he's focusing at. But Monaco is quite ready for that. And we have Berlin also trying to shoot him. Oh, that did not go as intended. We have Toaster now also appearing. But Berlin gets the kill, but then Toaster kills Monaco. And then bounces on Berlin's side. RN still has the point advantage because they are the only one that have a base, but there you go. Berlin catching him just as he goes under the bridge. And the first game is for GV. Lots of professional backgrounds already as well. Like I said, GV has been around here before. Let's see. GV now ready with an IS-7, 3 Steves, a 60p, an LT and an MX-54 because that worked out quite well for them last match. And RN is taking 2 AMX-54s, 2 Steves, an LT, an IS-7 and 1 Batchet this time. Yeah, that's exactly. They were, ICT was account sharing, and that basically got them disqualified. Which, honestly, please earn your place in the top 8. Don't try to basically cheat there, especially for the top 4. Because Toljan will find you. Thing is, Toljan has been absolutely exceptional as a tournament manager. She basically really checks these things and makes sure that there is fair play all around. And yes, not everything can be proven. Some of the stuff still slips through. But things like account sharing just literally can't happen anymore because that will be checked. So here we go. Countdown clock has begun for the second game of this best of 7. The second game on Canal with switch spawns, of course. And so far, to be honest, the first game went kind of like the round robins did. Very aggressive gameplay. Very brawly. But from what I saw in the round robin matches, that's kind of APAC in a nutshell here. And let's have a look. Also, I have my window open, by the way, because it gets really stuffy in this small room if I've got everything locked. Hopefully I can get away with that, but if there is too much noise in the background, then I will of course close that. Berlin being very forwards here. Missing that first shot, taking one, as does Rome. Base C and D are both being kept, whereas GV is focusing on the base A side, but this does mean that RN will have an early advantage here. Unless Rome gets a magical... No, never mind, he's already kept it. Toaster not being in the most predictable place from that side. Berling losing a bit more HP. Going to dominate the ramp on the other side. The thing is though, that with GV not decapping base C or base D, RN has the point advantage. So all they need to do is hold and wait for GV to make a move. We have the lights running around the corner in the back. Getting to a position. Are we going to see a little bit of a boost here? Yes, yes we are. That is cheeky though. This is one of those, as long as you're not spotted, this can be a very valuable position. Because he is spotting everyone down there. He's spotting Victory and Rome. Probably Tokyo soon as well. And they won't know where they are getting spotted from. And that just makes it all the more valuable. As long as he doesn't shoot, doesn't betray himself. That can be a very valuable position. And the thing is that GV will be wondering where they are getting spotted from. Because they will know. They know that they're being spotted. They know about view ranges and everything. They don't know where they're spotted from. Wadu actually left the position now to go back. Professor now being quite forwards. Not knocking down the tree. That's also very important to note. Every time that you break something, you betray your position. The fact that he's not spotted now, and he's taking it bit by bit, is telling a lot as well, because people are not seeing him do that. Tokyo going to the corner. I think they might have known about the position, but also know that no one is there now. Ploy taking hits. Rome running straight into the trap, losing a whole lot of HP there. But they need to get that advantage. At the same time, RN is pushing base B. Responding, Monaco almost gone, also taking base B just to add insult to injury, really. There goes Monaco. Berlin can't pull back because there's the corpse of his teammate there. Berlin goes down. And they are capping base B. Tokyo going after Ploy, as is Professor. They're also capping base A now. Basically RN playing a very supremacy game. And it is still relatively brawly. We have Rome going down now. Tokyo is gone. There goes Ploy. The first kill from GV here. Professor is gone. It's just Victory and Doha now. But we're already 1k points and RN has the game. Also, just quick intersection there. Martin, I actually looked up why you were banned because you joined my server and they left it again. So I had your Discord ID. You got banned because you blocked moderators, which you were warned about twice before you were actually banned. So that is a whole lot of different. If you can basically show me that you've unblocked them, I can unban you. It's that easy. I think he means background. So BG. But yeah. Other than that, we're getting ready for the third game in this best of 7 of the first matchup. No real pressure yet, by the way. Whoever loses this still has a chance to fight their way back through the lower brackets. Because this is double elimination, meaning everyone has to lose twice before they're actually out. But yeah, 50 seconds left to go. GV now ready with an IS-7, 4 Steves and 2 60Ps for Oasis Palms. Which kind of makes me feel like they're going to go city. And we have RN ready with a Kranwagen, 2 Steves, 2 AMX 54s, an IS-4 and an LT. Points going up evenly so far, which honestly I'm always a fan of. I'm always a fan of more tournament matches, even though I do fully realize that for the teams it is not that much fun when they have to play more games. But yeah, the thing is that there's a school near this house and they're going to start demolition for that because there's going to be a whole new building and everything. And it was said that it would start today, but obviously it hasn't because I haven't heard much noise yet. But if suddenly there's like a cacophony of noises, then I just need to close the window. That's all. Let's have a look. Now I'm kind of curious about the street wagons from GV. They are actually going to go desert. As well as Berlin in the IS-7. We have seen the IS-7 near this base before. Because it can camp relatively, well, not easily, but comfortably. Toaster making a move, not getting spotted, but as he spots people they know that he's there. GV does spot him, but he manages to get out. Berlin now capping the base relatively safely. Toaster running off. Ploy is there. Ooh, nice reset there. With Berlin still spotted. And he is slightly... That did not reset the base though. That did. So now they're capping together. Base 8 in the meantime is being taken by RN. And to avoid them losing the advantage there. Ooh, nice shot on victory there. Base B is now also being kept. All the tanks in the desert not being able to decap base B. Which means that RN will have a comfortable and growing point advantage here. Monaco losing a little bit of HP. Rome is in the middle. But they kind of have to be careful because RN has stacked their tanks in a way that they can crossfire the people that are on the ramps, down below, in the ditch, and at base C. Off meeting 0 people, relocating a bit. At the back there we have GV rotating around. The thing is that they're visibly doing so, as in spotted while they do so, so RN knows that too. And they are just... They're very spread out. They could potentially push people like Wadu and Uncrowned without too much opposition. The thing is that they don't know that. Because we actually have 2 in the desert now. They know about Ploy, they don't know about Toaster. GV is making a move, going after Wadu. And that's exactly what they need to do. He goes down first. Cologne has lost a lot of HP as well. Berlin not looking too healthy. Uncrowned now being focused on by 4 guns steadily coming at him. That is a track shot. Berlin goes down. There goes Uncrowned. RN still has 2 bases. Track shot into Judgment. They want to get off meeting 0 people. Who took a big chance angling like that? But GV's focus fire is not quite there. They are indeterminate about which is their primary target. Doha now alone versus Iron Tank. Steadily farming, who is steadily farming victory and who's almost gone. He goes down to the judgment. Monaco is gone. Iron Tank is still alive. Does get another shot in before they take him down. Tokyo gets murdered, and we already are at 1k points again, and RN has the game. And I think that this is more, like I always say, that you have a team that wins and you have a team that loses. In this case, I feel more that GV lost this rather than RN won this. RN had their tanks stacked pretty widely spread, and had GV focused more on the Wolfpack mentality and gone for focused fire and just pushing together, they might have had this because they would have gotten such a big gun advantage. And RN just responded well, rotating back around, going for the singular tank in the desert, Berlin. Well done. You can still DM me, by the way. Or my server. I can give you the role manually, I don't mind. But yeah, that's for Martin, by the way. 1 minute left to go before we get ready to go into the 4th game of this best of 7. Just a quick reminder, if you want to get rewards for watching the stream, you have to watch through the portal. Make sure that you are logged in and have accepted cookies, and then the blue timer is working. And then you should get rewards for watching, regardless of which server you're from, because they're basically on the portal of every server. So now we have GV ready with an IS-7, potentially 4 street wagons and 2 60Bs. And RN going for the Grand Wagon, 2 Steves, an IS-7, 2 AMX-54s and an IS-4. No more light tank for RN here. Either they've got different plans or they decided that for what they want to do, they don't really need that. Let's see. The thing is, spotting mechanics in tours, you have to, basically the spotting mechanics are normal, but the way these people use them is not necessarily normal. As in, they go into weird positions that wouldn't work in randoms because you're not playing as a team then. In randoms, you basically can only depend on yourself and maybe your teammate. You're not going to risk yourself not doing any damage just by spotting. GV focusing entirely on the base A side, and almost all of RN is doing the same thing. Trash getting spotted. And they are going for the caps. Doha in a precarious position, can't angle both ways, is losing a lot of HP here. And Doha is almost gone, actually got set on fire and is just deleted. Trash getting that kill there. GV having the right mind, but at the same time losing tanks too quickly here. Trash goes down. Vadu is almost gone. There goes victory. Uncrowned, not looking too healthy. And GV again not focusing on the low HP targets, or at least trusting their teams to get away with them, but at the same time it is very risky because he's still got a shot in now. Uncrowned goes down. Cologne goes down. There goes Iron Brat Tank. The judgment is being judged harshly, but they're still reloading. Tokyo not getting that shot in. They're trying to keep Monaco alive. Big hits into the judgment. Berlin wants to get that kill, but too many corpses are in the way and he's not getting it. 3v3. Rome turning around to deal with Ploy. The judgment goes down. Monaco is not looking too healthy. Goes down as well. 2v2. Great tracking shot there. Rome actually making it harder for Berlin to also get shots in here. This is always the tricky thing when you're in a team game like this. You have to be so careful not to block your teammates' shots. They need to take out Rome. That's their only chance. That shot not penning before Ploy goes down might be a game changer. Off meeting 0 people is behind Rome. We have Berlin now moving in to try and block the shots. Rome wanting to get the shot in. Does get the shot in, which is very important here. Because the DPM of off meeting 0 people and the speed is telling as well. Berlin gets tracked, giving 0 people... God, that sounds so weird when you say it like that. I'm trying to find a way to shorten his name. The Steve. He's not running away. He's basically meeting Berlin's straw armor. This will be GV's game. Despite the very ballsy and tricky move that they did at the start. GV has the game here. And this could have gone every which way. I think in this case it's RN not pushing back effectively enough. And GV therefore keeping the tanks alive for long enough to single out tanks that won them the game here. Come on. Always have to be a bit patient with my laptop here. Bless it. Lovely game and great carry by Berlin there. And this is the thing, like in tours you start sharing HP. That's also something that you generally don't do in randoms, because most of the time when you try and do that you end up dying and your teammate will have done F4 as a result. Let's see, we are moving on to Middelburg. And we see GV now taking an IS-7, 3 street wagons, 1 60p and 2 AMX 54s. Versus, the first Object 777s of today. 2 of them, along with 2 street wagons and 3 AMX 54s. It is very heavy meta here. Not even a fast tank. I'm kind of curious to see if or who spawns in the hill. And let's see. Also, this is basically with the way that the tanks work now with entering the battle reloaded. You can actually just shoot each other's spawns as they try. Well, in some maps, literally each other's spawns. You just stand still and you shoot forwards. But also, when they're crossing over, you can just blind shot already. And it makes for very interesting starts of battle at times. And there we go. Countdown clock has begun. These matches have been pretty fast though, because they're very brawly. You have very little tactical gameplay in the way of trying to outthink one another, outmove one another, just playing tactical and on points. RN has now switched, well, the Judgment has now switched to an RN avatar, just not the one from this season. Yasho just asked, why is this tournament so active and chaotic? It's APAC server. This is what they do. Every server has their own style of tours. We see blind shots happening, though I'm magically not getting hit there. Base A is being kept. RN focusing entirely on the hillside. Berlin not getting hit there. But they've got to know that there's gonna be more people there. And that makes it very dangerous, because GV has half their forces in town. If RN were to push straight away, they would have a big giant gun advantage. And now we have GV rotating back towards the hills, using speed boost to get there faster. We have the 777 moving in to cap the base. Oh no, they're actually going very forwards here. Not going into cap the base. They're going into take shots and get shot. Berlin, primary target here. Has to be very careful. Is basically with the AMX 54s having flanked like that together with the Steve. Berlin goes down first. Tokyo not looking too healthy either. And we have GV pushing back, and actually the blocking of the judgment here causes Tokyo his life very early on. And that is a 2-gun advantage for RN. Victory not looking too healthy, off meeting new people, got set on fire. Will go down in the next shot. But here's the first kill for GV. Victory goes down as well. It is 6 versus 4. Iron Bread Tank is not going to survive this, but at the same time Cologne is losing HP too quickly here. And now again, they're blocking each other's shots here. Rome waiting to reload, but therefore not letting Monaco shoot, which is losing Monaco HP. And he gets the kill here. Doha not looking too healthy. Does still kill Uncrowned though, making it 4v3, even though the HP advantage is still in the hands. Oof. 2v3. Rome still looking pretty healthy. Using Wadu, but turning his turret too much. And therefore, Wadu can no longer function as his cover. Rome the primary target. Wadu does not get killed there. Focus fine, not quite there for RN either. Wadu goes down. And we have Trash. Focus on Monaco, who does still get a shot in. And now it's just Rome, who's a 2-shot basically. Versus too much HP. Nice bounce there though. And he does get that. Ooh, nice. But he is in danger. Oof. If he manages to do this though, that would be... Oof. That tracking shot did not help. Well, not tracking shot, just no damage shot. And there he goes. Takes his head off. And the game is for RN. But it was a lot closer than I thought it would be, to be honest. And again, quite a few high damage people here. There's very little damage between the teams either. And now RN is up for potential match point. If they win the next game, then they are through to the upper bracket. And GV is through to the lower bracket. Of course, so far things have been going up basically even Stevens. So I'm really hoping for a tiebreaker here. Which is not outside of the realm of possibility. There you go. I will find words eventually. Also, someone just asked in the chat what we think about the rework of all the tanks in tier 10. I honestly don't have much of an opinion about it, because the thing is, they're changing everything. So you can only tell how things are properly working when you're when basically all the changes are live. I do like that they are changing things around though, because it will basically make people rethink how to use a tank. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because right now tier 10 can be horribly predictable with people doing the same things in the same tanks on the same map in the same position every single time. But yeah, 20 seconds left, and for the 6th game, GV is taking an IS-4, 2 Steves, 2 AMX-54s and 2 60Bs. And RN is taking 2 AMX-54s, 2 Steves, a Kranwagen, an IS-4 and an LT. And let's have a look. For me, the thing with the portal, it didn't work until I accepted cookies. So that's the thing where that probably might be blocking you there, Pete. And let's see. GV now focusing on the city side. Blind shot still happening. They are expecting people to go into the hill. Blind shot into base B as well. But there we go. GV has the point advantage early on. Toaster not getting those spots in. We have Monaco relatively forwards. Base A is not unprotected, but they are being careful. They don't know where people will be, but they can guess that base A is not unprotected. Ploy moving a bit forwards. Wanting to see if he can spot anyone there in the corner. But there's no one there for him to spot, except maybe Victory, but he's too far away and hidden too well. The Judgment now taking some hits. Rome and Monaco both there to deliver the shot. And he pulls back into the ditch a bit to safety there. And GV has a nice point advantage there of about 1 tank points worth. And that's exactly why. Ooh, no, I thought Trash was going to head into the base, but they're not doing that. Big hit into the Judgment again. Nice shot by Monaco. And we have RN now rotating back around. Trash not going into the base, but going around. Probably wanting to get behind the 60 TPs. The thing is though, he just drove down a tree, so he might have actually given away his position. He is pulling back. He is being careful. Monaco just behind the building edge there. And now you see their guns training on Trash. Off meeting 0 people. Being the primary target. Monaco being very forwards here. That might be a mistake. He does land a shot. He is pulling back. But he will lose quite a bit of HP doing so. He is getting tracked, which is vital in these kind of situations. And now RN is tasting blood. They're going after Monaco. He gets taken out. Off meeting 0 people is still alive. They're focusing on Rome. Rome is focusing on Iron Bread Tank. Big hits into the Judgment as well. There's mini battles happening everywhere. Rome gets taken out. That is a 2-gun advantage. Ploy goes down. Cologne not looking too healthy. Does get an important kill there though. Cologne pushing forwards. They're going after. Off meeting 0 people. Who does get killed by Cologne, who is still alive right now. But there he goes. 4v4. Berlin and Doha facing Wadu. The Judgment goes down. Berlin expertly trying to protect Doha there, but he still gets killed and shot. Victory and Tokyo now arriving. Base B is being, what was being kept, but they're actually leaving that B. Wadu getting blocked here. They want to keep him alive. Berlin will not let that happen. Takes him out. And now we have Trash being focused on from multiple sides. Whereas Toaster at the back there is not going to be able to do enough against this onslaught. Berlin pulls back. Is now free to take shots. 895 points for GV. They have the point advantage. They have the gun advantage. Berlin still alive. Toaster is farming. But there goes Trash. And there goes Toaster. Berlin finishing it off. Have to say here, Berlin definitely man of the match. Cheeky games there so far. And we are off to a tiebreaker, which I'm always a fan of. Because I always prefer to have more games rather than that time in between. That being said, though, the games have still been very fast. This might have been the slowest game we've had so far. As in slowest, as in time. And let's see. GV getting ready for Lagoon. With an IS-4, 4 Steves, a 60p and a Sheridan. We've seen some very interesting matches on Lagoon yesterday. On the yesterday morning, very early morning. On the NA server. but they were phenomenal. Honestly, NA was seriously pretty much the best grand finals I've ever seen. And that's saying something. I've been streaming towards in 2016. And Arwen now ready with 2 AMX 54s, 3 Steves, an AMX 50B, and a 777. Let's have a look. I do like that it's going up so evenly though. It goes to show that these teams are quite evenly matched. And actually, I looked up the scores before the stream. And RN versus GV was 4-1 one game and one set, and 1-4 the other set. So really they are evenly matched here, and that just makes it great fun, to me at least. And let's see. Actually, I quite like Lagoon as a map to play on. I'm not sure yet how I like it as a tour map. We have seen some great action here. But I don't know, it's a bit... It's not really a set map yet. People are still working out what works when, with what tanks and everything. Rome going quite forwards on his own, using his speed. Oh, that he gets spotted back, but he does not lose HP for that. But they do know that RN is heavily focused on the base A side. And that in turn has GV pushed straight into base C to get that early cap advantage, because that can definitely help late game. Rome is pulled back. Base B is not unprotected, but not really capable either. No, actually GV might be able to get it if they were to know that they're alone there. I am Brad Tank getting spotted there. This is also such a cheeky position with the bush there. Brad taking a bit of a hit there. GV spreading around. Monaco has been spotted. He has to be careful not to get shot too much there if they were to push him. Rome has relocated. Monaco is in potential danger if Trash were to push. He could lose quite a chunk of HP. Ploy takes hit from Berlin. Berlin holding big hit into Ploy there as well. And he is attempting to get base B. And now GV is pushing Monaco. They do get base B. Monaco is holding as long as he can, which means that GV is now moving in to take out tanks as fast as they can. Rome gets that kill. Rome has to be careful because he is such a juicy target though. And that is exactly why he got taken out that quickly. Tokyo not looking too healthy either. The Judgment V being the preferred target for GV. He does go down. Tokyo miraculously surviving for a split second longer. But GV has now lost 3 tanks. Doha going after Vadu does get tracked there. And is being blocked. He goes down. There goes Doha. And now off meaning 0 people has almost reloaded. They're trying to focus on Trash. Cologne is not looking too healthy. Will lose quite a bit of HP there. Has to be very careful. Actually gets set on fire, which is not helping his case. And he goes down. Off meeting 0 people still has 2 shells left. This is RN's game. I think in this case the Sheridan going Leroy Jenkins did them no favors. Even though I understand why he did it and Rome did get a kill. In the end, him being taken out that quickly also made them lose damage potential. And he is set on fire victory. And RN gets the victory quite literally and metaphorically. Again, very cheeky game here. RM being quite aggressive, sensing that Monaco was the old one out basically and making a move for that. And Monaco not pulling back fast enough but more pushing into them. It's kind of like stuff like this is something that I need to say beforehand, because I will criticize players and things that are done. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that I could do any better, because these players are epic, and the thing is that they're playing against other epic players. So what could have easily worked in randoms might not work at all here. So that's something to keep in mind. In this case, Monaco pushing forwards rather than pulling back, and GV responding quite aggressively, but also therefore losing another tank that quickly, did not help in the end. And Orange just made full use of that, because they sense that, they see that happening, and they know that if they take out the fast tank, that will basically save them a lot of hit points down the road. So that's exactly what they do then. Well played by both teams though. That is the first matchup up and over. Let's see if we... Yeah, we do know what the other one has done. Let's see. Risk. 4-2 versus... versus ID. God, I can't... I can't word. So yeah, that's the last match we will see today. But we are starting... The next one is in 25 minutes. And that will be GV versus ID. Let's have a look. I've got some lovely little replays to show you. Let's see. I got some graphitizing replays, so I'm gonna stop with that. Got one in the mouse, so I'm kind of curious how that will go. Let's see. Agassi's not actually here today. It's his father's birthday, so happy birthday to Agassi's father. Agassi loading in late. Being in danger a bit of losing all of his speed boost. There we go. Now he's awake. This is why I dislike graphitizing, honestly. The way that I like that you're faster, I dislike that your tank is bouncing everywhere when you move. They just basically bumped into each other. GG. So many mice! They are losing tanks quite quickly here. So many mice. Oh my god. Nice shots. I'm actually not a fan of graphitizing. I like normal uprising so much better. Three, two, one. He is in a very dangerous spot here though. Oof, big Yege bounce. He's trying to use his friend. I'm not sure why he's not playing dead yet. And we have more mice. Honestly, nothing. Basically, it's when you get to this level, it's the very small mistakes that can cost you the game. The fact that GV lost does not mean that they did badly in any way. He's just playing actually dead now. That is so clever. And they don't know that he's actually not dead. Aww. Yege is still there. Agassi now in trouble. He's trying to keep himself alive. There's too many mice in this game, honestly. Get poof. Nice. I can't believe he's still alive. How is he not dead yet? Yeah, okay, that's the end of it. Oh god, he can wolf strike. I would have so gone for an Inferno here and Last Gasp. I'm not one of the ramming kind here. Hello, my lovely people in the chat. Who thought for a moment my game would crash? 3, 2, 1. Pre-aim, pre-aim, pre-aim. Nah, that'll do. Hug him. Hug them to death. Oh. Poof. Oh my god. That didn't actually pen. 2, 1. Oof. Nice missile, honestly. He still goes down though. It's fine. Oh wow. That is a very big ram. He is very alone there and losing HP quickly. I can't believe he's about. Oh god, he should have just played dead, honestly. Inferno. Not bad. To be fair, I love Uprising. I don't like gravity. I like the mobility of gravity, but I don't like the whole... Watch me fly! I'm so good at this game. I'm just not gonna even try and play. I'm just gonna fly and not be useful. Yeah, he's still alive. I love boss mode. Boss mode I definitely agree with. Boss mode is awesome. Oh god, I would so be using Premo. There you go. 4v6 lives. I would so be focusing on the missile people because they annoy me. I'm not a fan of missiles. You're losing so much HP, honestly. I can see. Did he just double shoot with the missiles? Honestly, that's even worse. Oh god, things are not looking particularly well here. Oof, nice. I would be playing dead here. There you go. He doesn't have a life left, that's the issue. Nice. There's still a missile kit somewhere. Oh, nice. That was very much needed. Oh my god. I'm not sure why you did that. No, don't. You're losing HP. Nice. He has to be very careful of the missiles. And he still has another life left as well, which is an issue. Oh god, I'd be so scared of moving. With that little HP left. Oh, there he is. Oh, nice. Now you just have to survive. And that's gonna be tricky when your plane that goes down. Look at where you landed though. You got spotted. That's an issue in and of itself. There he is. As long as he survives, they win. That definitely helped. That oof, they won, but barely. Let's see. 18k damage, holy. That's a lot. Look at that carry. Their share of the missile did absolutely nothing before getting murdered. Oof. Let's see, how long do we have left? 30 minutes. That's enough time for another replay. Let's see, what have I got for you? Also, you got some great games. Just not entirely certain which I've shown yet and which I haven't. I have showed this one, but it's fine. This, by the way, is Jack. His in-game name is Wild One's Helper. He also streams tours. If you haven't dropped him a sub, definitely stop by his channel and give him one. The thing is, with the legendary camo that this tank has, the feathers on the face of the tank actually help hide the weak spot that is on top of your turret, which is nice. Let's see. People getting spotted. Cheeky shot there. Oof, nice. Oh, honestly, Mutsu, you for the win. That was an ammo. Oh god, that's so sad. That's an ammo rack. Poor guy. How's the power situation, by the way, Mutsu? Is it fixed yet? Also, I'm getting notifications places. By the way, I will check messages that I've gotten after the stream, obviously. Not gonna do that now. Cheeky shot there. Oof. Type 71 has been nerfed, but it's still a pain to deal with, to be honest. I always just switch to Pramo when dealing with them just to make it easy. Of course, it helps that the tanks that I play generally have no issues eating through that then with Pramo days. Oof. But he has a friend. This is always the thing though with a map like Normandy. I love Normandy, don't get me wrong. But it is difficult That is such a lovely shot, honestly. Well done. They do have to be careful here. And help one another if they can. Standard B is moving in. Concept 1B. It is such a lovely tank though, but it's not an easy. Nice. This is one of those tanks, it's not really my style. I like ridgeliners more, so I tend to focus on that sort of tank more than on hull down heavies. Oh, hello, Waffle. Now he's lost his heavy mate. So he kind of just needs to make sure that he gets these shots in. And then hopefully preserves enough HP to deal with the rest. Nice. Even 7 HP, mind you. He's got 7 HP left right now. Versus a much healthier E100. He has got a Fosh friend. E100, too impatient here, misses his shot. And that should give him time to reload in time to kill the E100. Premo to the face will do it. There you go. Beautiful game. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm using a press account to stream on. Because a press account can't be found, so you also don't get messages and invites and stuff like that. So it's basically, it's a very quiet account. It also means that I can play on APAC server when I want to, because I can't play my main account. Basically, I do have a main account, but it has pretty much no tanks. So if I want to tune with people that are on the APAC server, it's a lot better for me to use this press account. But yeah, this is not an actual account really. Like I've got, I'm gonna show you my stats. This is what I do with this account. I stream tours. But even that, I haven't streamed all that much. I did stream on my own account before. Let's see, because I have like a legit account that I'm not sure who this is, but this is me. And that's also like mainly streaming tours. I've had 8 regular battles. GG. These are the tanks I've played here. And that's only because basically I haven't even played this one yet, but I do have it. I got it free from a container. But yeah, that's basically the only ones that I've played on the APAC server. Because thing is, APAC server leads to terrible ping for me. Let's see, how long do we have left? Yeah, okay, that's about just under 3 minutes before we get a room invite. So now we just wait for it. But yeah, this is legit not my actual account. My own account is on the EU server, also called Amonet85, not Camonet85. Camonet is basically my CC account, community contributor, which is where the C comes from. It's also a word pun to Camonet, because back in the day, one of my old clanmates kept calling me Camonet rather than Amonet. So that's kind of like, it's a pun thing. Yes, ICT got disqualified because they were account sharing, which is cheating. Let's see. Oh, actually, I still need the animated version of this. These are literally all the avatars I have on this account. I should ask Wargaming to pimp this account for me a bit. Because that's basically, the goal for Press account is that you can play whatever you want without worrying about in-game thingies, and then you can also create footage to create videos and stuff. I have an NA Press account and an APAC Press account, mainly just to either tune with people or to stream tours. But I mainly play on my own EU account. I also have an EU Press account, which I use to stream tours, but yeah. Let's see, Object 907 is a fun tank, to be honest. Do think it's too expensive for it. Tanks have been so expensive lately. This is a good deal though. Like, Lobe is good and the camo is great, and value wise this is not a bad deal if you don't have the Lobe. I'm really just going through the store because I'm bored waiting for the room. This is also quite a fun bundle. So basically, T34 is great fun. KV5 not so much. Super Pershing is one of those tanks you'll either love it or you hate it. Let's see, got British containers. We got lots of stuff in the store right now. These bundles are generally also good value. Lots of ×5. Obviously not getting that because I don't play here. Panzer 2Js, fun little seal clubber. Not nearly as OP as it used to be, since they reworked all of the low tiers and everything. But it was kind of like the anti-Kenny. Kenny being the Kenny also, which is completely broken and never sold again. AMX 30. This is honestly, it's a fantastic tank. Inter 9, this is one of my favorite tanks still. It's lovely. Camo's a bit weird, but it works. These are also just basic. I've got lots of things to get here that I don't have yet, as you can see. Lots and lots of camos. But then, I always don't really see the reason for that, considering I don't really play here. Lockboxes and everything, but those are different keys and lockboxes than you. Why did it give me that late, though? Oof. Because usually it just pops up when you're in the store, so I don't know. I do like this one. That's the monster. I launched the Monster Evo better. Let's see. Does it show the Monster Evo here? Oh, that's also like, there's a riot going on right now. Because you had this camo, which is the Octopus. And right now you can do an order for the Octopus X, which is a different version of the same camo. It's blue rather than red, and it looks amazing. But it used to be a skill-based earned camo. Basically, you had to get 4 aces to get it for free. The thing is that a lot of people are complaining about, oh, but it was skill-based. No, basically, Wargaming never gives you stuff for free. They just give you the right to use it early. And that's the thing with this camo as well. You get the right to use it early. That's it. So Wargaming now giving it away for free is nothing different than what happened with the Tiger one. I always forget whether that was the Fox or the Baron, but one of them was skill based as well. You got 4 aces and then you get Gamma for free, and like a week later you got an order for it, and then you could just basically play the tank or play tanks as a whole to get it for free, and basically in 10 days to get 260,000 damage. I mean, do we still have... Yeah, we still have Crown. I know what I will be doing after the stream. GG. But yeah. Here we go. ID still missing. There we go. Was just gonna say missing a player. I've also noticed that this account, I actually noted it down how to pronounce this. Because the thing is that it's called Strashny is how you pronounce this. Obviously it is a reroll. I have a feeling that this is XCIS. But Strashny is how you pronounce this name. And apparently it means scary or spooky. And I have to thank Agassi for translating that for me. Because I saw the name and I'm like, oh my god, how am I supposed to pronounce that? Because that's the thing that I keep running into with names like that. Because yes, I am fairly lingual. I have a good sense for languages and everything. I cannot read the Cyrillic alphabet ever. So that's sort of stuff that I'm happy to use friends for to translate things for me. To make sure that I don't make an absolute fool out of myself when saying the name. So that if I say Strashny, he's the guy I'm referring to. Let's see. Actually, like the top 4 teams got press accounts on other servers this season to be able to train against one another. But yeah, basically Asia ping is awful for me. It will be around 700, 600 maybe if I'm lucky. Whereas EU has given me a ping of 20 to 30. And I have NA, which is like around 100. Still perfectly playable as long as it's steady. But just not APAC server. APAC server is near impossible. Not just content creator though, there are plenty of content creators that do not have press accounts and aren't contributors. But if you're a community contributor, then you get a press account. But yeah, we are getting ready for ID versus GV, and ID is taking a Sheridan, 4 Steves, an AMX54 and a 777, whereas GV is going with an IS-7, 3 Steves, a 60p and 2 AMX54s for Winter Marinovka, which is the first map in this best of 7. Now the pressure is on. Whoever loses this matchup is out of the tournament. They will have still placed 4th for the server, but they will be out of the top 4. And let's see. GV heading a bit towards the A section, and we see ID doing something similar. I'm hearing quite a lot of noise outside. Please let me know if you can hear that too, or if my microphone is being proper. Campon losing a little bit of HP there. Not getting to go to... Oof, Doha losing quite a bit of HP there. Now staying behind the building. Monaco being quite forwards here. Oof, Tokyo taking a big hit. GV had the right idea of it. Professor shooting a building. Nice bounce there by LDS. It's actually LDS. I always thought it was IDS. But it is an L. Base B being kept, base C being kept, A is being kept. The fact that they managed to get base B though is very important here. Giving ID an early point advantage, that ever growing. He just has to be careful not to get shot too much there. He does land a nice one into victory, who then pulls back, but now it will be up to GV to make a move. Aww. Hello, Jono. Thank you so much for the support. Let's have a look. We have Campon making sure that no one can sneak up behind him, but at the same time he is relatively alone there. So decides to run off. Manages to, manages to get out of there, but he does not get out of there without taking a big hit. GV will have to make a move. They just need to decide where to make it. Tokyo bleeding a little bit more. Let's have a look. GV pushing. They kind of have no choice though. They have to make a move somewhere. HP wise, the difference is negligible. Victory going into base C will still get a hit. Oof, does take a hit but does not land his own hit. And we have Paul Berlin down below versus 3, occupying 3 tanks, but at the same time GV is not pushing hard enough in turn. He goes down. They have taken base C. They are going for base B as well. If he manages to get that though, that would be a big pro for GV. But they have to be careful. GV is rotating around. Tokyo is in danger. Base B is theirs. Base A is being kept now. But with the bases that they have, Tokyo is in danger. They are going to lose him. They have to be careful. Insane does lose a bit of HP. Plo also losing. Fan losing a lot of HP. Tokyo going down, going to try and get that kill on Plo, but he has to be very careful. And he does get that kill, and that is very important here. Cologne arriving, does take out Tokyo. Doha and Cologne taken care of. Insane. Base C has been stolen back. Professor goes down. They need all the kills that they can get, and they need to get the bases. And that's the important thing. Monaco is going to go down, and that will make it very difficult for GV to get this. Base B is being stolen as well. All the advantage is for ID, who also get another kill, and with that 1k points, and ID has the first game. Very well played here by AD. Pretty patient and tactical game, which I sound surprised. But I am a little bit surprised because based on the games that I've seen in the round robin, it's basically been very, very brawly. So it's nice to see the point tactics actually being used, basically. So with 1.5 minutes left to go, we will see what GV can do here. We have Berlin in the IS-7. We see 3 street wagons, an AMX 54, a 60p, and potentially Rome in the Sheridan again. Whereas ID is getting ready with 3 Steves, an AMX 54, a 121B, a 777, and potentially also a Sheridan. Nope, Kampon goes for the street wagon. Also, I'm sorry for not being able to keep up with all the chat, because with the 3-minute delay, anything I say you hear with delay and everything. But yeah. Thank you, Jono. Honestly, I do so love tours. It's so much fun to commentate on matches like this when you have like the top of the servers duking it out together. And let's see, countdown clock has begun. Rome has stuck to the Sheridan. We are getting ready for the second game of this best of 7. The thing is that with account boosting servers, I think it's difficult to basically fully show which account is trying to boost it, because you could also be playing and just meeting the same people quite a bit. And that's the tricky part. We have ID focusing on the AB side, not going towards base A. Whereas Rome is there and all of GV is there. I think they were hoping to catch ID's 121B alone there. Base A is getting capped. And we have base C about to be capped. And we might have, there we go, LDS going for the early cap here. And we do have Tokyo there. But he cannot actually get the cap there. So ID again will have an early point advantage that will grow as long as they have 2 bases, and it will again be up to GV to make a move, and that's gonna be tricky, because all ID needs to do is dig themselves in. There have been no bleeding just yet. Shots have been fired, no damage has been done. And LDS is turning around, hoping to get out of there. Might take a few hits. As he does so, he does take a hit there. Shoots before his turret has finished turning fully. Does take another one, but all in all, they have 2 bases. He is pulling back a little bit further, using a different building, not getting himself stuck there. Does take a hit there from Doha. Tokyo, in the meantime, has moved forwards. But Frozen Lactia, has lost a bit of HP as well, as does Tokyo. But ID is in a very comfortable position, because GV has to make the move. They have to move in. They have to make it happen. And that's exactly what they're doing now. They are going for the base. They have been unspotted. Now they are spotted. And they're capping it together to hopefully get it quickly without being reset. LDS is being pushed on, taking a big hit there. Tokyo extending a little bit there in order to get that shot in. Colonia takes a bit of a hit. LDS goes down. GV has stolen base B. Monaco now in danger, is being pushed heavily there. And we have GV focusing on Fan, leaving Monaco to basically die because he has no choice. Campon taking hits, but Monaco goes down. We have GV focusing on Campon, trying to keep him from getting that base back. Colonia gets a important hit there. But Cologne is almost gone himself. Might get another shot in. He does do that. But that's going to be the end of him. Cologne goes down. Mr. Insane being set upon by Doha. Victory goes down. Strashny. Not looking too healthy. Fan goes down. They need to make sure they get this kill. And he does. Doha goes down as well. It is going up pretty even Stevens. 3v3. Mr. Insane not looking too healthy. And we have Frozen getting focused on by Berlin here. Who takes him out? 930 points. They keep the base. They need to keep their tanks alive. They need to try and take out Mr. Insane. But as long as they survive, they're all good, really. And there we go. With that kill, GV takes the game. And honestly, this was ID's game to lose. Because they had all the advantage. But they let them take base C. And after that, it almost got flipped back again. With Monaco being stuck there and being basically left to die there. But GV made enough use of that to take the HP from ID there. Well played. See, this is the thing though. It's easy for me to criticize what is done and what isn't done. But at the same time, they are pro level. And I'm only commentating. APAC server has always been chaotic in their meta, in their tactics basically. It's always been a very broady server. And it's always gone down to who has the best focus fire, who takes out the gun first. And even after pretty much 7 years, that's not no different now. It's just different tanks, and they all keep getting better and better. But it will always be a broady and chaotic server. So for the third game, we are moving on to New Bay. GV is getting rid of an IS-7, 3 Steves, a 60p and 2 AMX 54s. Whereas on ID side, we see 2 AMX 54s and potentially 5 Steves. Ooh. This is the thing though. This is a very EU meta kind of thing that we're seeing tank-wise and tank choices. Because this is basically how we see teams on the EU server, just fully pay to win. And I'm not saying pay to win because it's not the tank that wins the games, but it's a fully paid for lineup, really. Because these are all prime tanks or collectibles. And there we go, 4 Steves and 3 AMX 54s. Campon and Frozen just unreadying when there's like 5 seconds left. Ready up, ready up, ready up, ready up, ready up, ready up, ready up! Ah! Did he make it? Did he make it? Oh god, he made it. Don't do that, though. Holy... You can't do that to me. Wow, okay. Anyhow. We have... lots of AMXs and Steves. And let's see what happens. Frozen. AFK. Loading in late. I'm not sure. ID focusing on the city side of things. Going towards the ramps. Whereas all of GV is focusing heavily on base B. Not actually going for that. They do get spotted crossing over. I'm surprised they're not taking hits for that. One of them caps base B. Berlin very forwards here in a very cheeky position. Manages to not get hit for that. Plo is the preferred target. Is not going to get out of there alive. This is full wolfpack tactic. And he is trying to keep himself alive as long as possible. Berlin taking a small hit for that. But he is gone. Base C being taken. Rome landing some cheeky hits in. He is going to get pushed back, but he is not alone. Look at this. Lots of HP lost by Fan, who tries to land a shot into victory. He does get that. GV automatically pulling back a little bit, but now going after Campon. pushing forwards confidently and taking home that kill. I can't fly fast enough to actually get behind him. GG. There goes Fan. Victory gets set on fire and taken out. But that is already 3 guns gone from ID. Strashny goes down, 4 guns gone. LDS now being focused on. This is full Wolfpack by GV and it is working out gloriously for them. There goes LDS. And now we just have Mr. Insane. And Frozen, who has actually been AFK. Just staying there, being AFK. This was not what was intended. I have a feeling he might have skipped out of the app as they loaded in. And that's literally caused this game to crash. And then you can't get back in because that's a known bug that I'm not sure has been fixed yet. And GV did not know that their Wolfpack push went so well. It didn't make it... Well, I don't think it would have made a difference. They might have lost the tank more, but GV's push here was really strong. Very well played. So now we have 2-1 score for GV. And we have Frozen has been moved out of the lineup. Object 907 is not online right now. They do really need him. I really wonder what happened there. Frozen is back, has readied up. Whew. GV ready with an IS-7, 3 Steves, the 60p and 2 AMX-54s. Versus 3 AMX-54s, 2 Steves and 2 VK-72s. German Super Steel being taken out. And let's see what's going to happen with that. Of course, you have a different spawn. Less, well, I wouldn't say easy, but less easy to push through that aggressively. As we saw GV doing. Let's see, here we go. Countdown clock has begun. I am really curious though if the VK-72s, how they will perform, if they work. Because especially after that last match, GV will have definitely gained momentum here. And let's have a look. They're getting in each other's way a little bit. The VK-72 is heading towards base B. Frozen and Fan having a bit of an issue there. And now we have the Steves from GV lying in wait in spawn. With Tokyo being relatively forward, Space C is being kept. GV is laying a trap. And ID is pushing through, is not going for base A, but they haven't spotted anyone just yet. Rome is pulling back. The Steves are lying in wait. Campon going up to see if anyone is there. Now base A is being taken. The Steves are still lying in wait. They're not doing anything. Shots are being fired by Fan and Monaco. But they're not actually doing damage just yet. They are waiting for one another. Rome has been spotted. And he's holding. We have Frozen slowly but surely making his way behind. LDS took the first hit there. My voice is like really low and slow because I'm just waiting for this trap to be sprung. But I think they're kind of sensing it though, because look at them. They're deciding to not be there. Now it's a tool bug that has happened before, where people quickly switch out of the app before, and then don't manage to get back into the game. Plo has been spotted. Berlin is there. Just basically holding. Plo now moving in. This is the thing. He's not without backup there. And they will know that. GV will know that the trap is not going to work. The Steves are still there. But now ID will have the second base. And we see the Steves now moving. Heading towards base A. And they have been spotted now. They know where the trap is. And as a result, we have Tokyo now taking massive hits as ID is pushing heavily into GV here. Tokyo, the preferred target here. The Streetwagons are capping base A, sorry. But that might not have been the best choice there. Strashny losing quite a bit of HP. Tokyo, the preferred target, gets taken out. Monaco, the next one in line, being pushed hard here. ID waiting to know on where they stacked those Streetwagons before they pushed in. Monaco goes down. Berlin now alone, losing a lot of HP very quickly. Does not get another shot in. Base C is also being taken. A, B, C, all for ID. And there is too many guns, too much HP difference already. They need to take the kills. They need to get those shots in. Strashny being careful. Victory goes down. And now we have basically the Streetwagons together. Plo literally making it impossible for them to move. Making it easy to shoot them. Doha surviving on a grand total of 28 HP. But there we go. LDS does go down after Doha. But it is 2 versus way too many guns and way too much HP. Rose goes down and now it's just Cologne, who actually set him on a fan just set him on fire and murdered him. Great game here. Very well done by ID. Knowing that not spotting all those Streetwagons meant they had to be somewhere and playing accordingly. Beautifully done. And then just making that move. As soon as those Streetwagons were spotted going for A, ID just pushed hard. Very well done. And with the score now 2-2, GV has gone already in an IS-7, 3 Steves, a 60p and 2 AMX 54s. And on the other side we see potentially 4 Steves, 3 VK72s, 3 Steves and an IS-7. And let's have a look. That German armor definitely helped last game. But that's also because ID just basically pushed as soon as they knew they had a big gun advantage on that side. "25 seconds left before we go into the 5th match of this best of 7. We are moving on to Rockfield, which makes the VK72s honestly a very interesting choice. Really curious to see where those will go and what they will do. I read it up, didn't I? Even though I know that I read it up and I looked at the fact that I read it up during the countdown, but then it jumps me back to the garage a little bit and I'm like, I did, didn't I? Self-doubt, GG. German steel heading towards base A for ID. The rest of the tank spinning up a little bit. GV focusing entirely on the Base A slide, so let's focus there, because I have a feeling we will see some fireworks there. Victory going straight on in for the cap. Plow has been spotted. I always just basically shorten the names. Ooh, nice shot there. Base A has been capped. Base C is being left alone. But now we have Fan moving in there, which means that the battle might be about Base B. Now Berlin moving in. All the VK-72s have been spotted. Berlin missed his shot there. Big guns, long reload though. We have LDS. Ooh, a bit of farming happening from the other side. Monaco getting spotted. LDS now going for base B. And honestly, GV not being able to do much to decap that. Not with the tanks at C helping them. And the VK-72 aiming at Monaco. Monaco now not moving in, wanting to get that shot in, which would be a big damage shot. Cologne losing a bit of HP. Cheeky shot by LDS. Monaco not taking that big hit there from the VK-72. But GV is in a tough pickle, honestly, with all your army in front of them. There's little bits of bleeding happening, but all in all, ID has a very good advantage here. Berlin taking a bit of a hit there, does not land one back. And they need the base, they need a base. More than they have, that is. Rome losing a little bit of HP. LDS now too. With Cologne and Victory heading towards the other side. Monaco going for base B, they kind of have to. Berlin losing quite a bit of HP on the other side. My OBS being a bit of a dick there. Cologne going after Fan. Cologne has to be careful not to overextend and lose too much HP there though. C and B have both been taken. Doha on the other side got set on fire. We are going to quickly head over there. Doha goes down to another fire. Plo not looking too healthy. Pulling back. They have all three bases. Fan got rammed to death. Pretty much crushed there. Look at him. He's literally stuck on the corpse. Can't do anything there. He is still shooting. Base A is being stolen. 955 points for GV if they get this kill, which they honestly should. It is just Monaco and Rome, but they do get another kill, and with that 1k points, and the game is for GV. And this is honestly a tricky thing though, because for the longest time ID had all the advantage. But as soon as GV made a move for base C, and that did not go quite as well as ID had hoped, plus Monaco going just into base B and managing to get that without an issue, all the tables were turned. The German super steel had to push in, and at the same time that's also mean exposing all the weaker sides. And now GV is up for potential match point. If they win the next game, then they are through and ID is out. GV ready for the second game on Rockfield with an i7, 3 Steves, 2 AMX 54s and a 60p. That seems to be a bit their go-to lineup there. And on ID's side, the German steel is being removed. And we see 3 Steves, two 777s, an AMX 54 and another Steve. It was an interesting match though, because the German Super Steel did really work out, but they lost the other side. I think that basically what makes the VK work better than the E100 is basically the fact that it's got rounded armor, so it's a lot more troll. It's got tungsten. I think that's tungsten, isn't it? Yeah, but at least it basically it can perform better than the E100, and the E100 can get shot into the face a lot better. Plus, remounted turret tanks, when holding positions like that, can work a lot better as well. And let's see if... Ooh, OBS is being derpy again. If they can make it happen. Come on. This is stressful, honestly. I do hope that the game still works. No, it does not. Why does it keep doing this? It did this the first time on 4NA as well. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely not working as intended here. It seems to be my internet too, that's the thing. I can't do much of anything there. There you go. It is back. I'm gonna quickly restart the game, hope I get in. Let's see. I'm not sure what it is though, because it's not the modem. I've been resetting that properly. Hopefully we won't have missed too much. And then it can still send me back into the game. It is trying to do that at least. We will have missed the first minute or so, and I do apologize for that. There we go. No stress. GV going for the early push here. No guts, no glory for GV. Fend the preferred target. Who is still alive, if barely. He goes down. 2 bases so far, though, for ID. We're in time for the action, at least. GV pushing in aggressively here. Oh, that was an ammo rack. LDS getting ammo rack, definitely not helping them. Tokyo goes down. They want Mr. Insane. He's the preferred target here. And he goes down. And immediately we see the guns turning. Going after Object 907. Victory is the preferred target. Goes for ID, that is. Goes down there. Berlin not doing too good. We have a 1v1 happening in here in the down low. And we have basically Rome moving down. But it's Monaco that gets the kill there. And now it is 4v2. Strashny gets set on fire, which is not helping. And now it's just Berlin versus Plo. And Berlin takes him out. And the game and the matchup are for GV. And GV is through, whereas ID is unfortunately out. And my tank is flying. It does this at times. We can do this and still load in. Oh my god. No stress. GG. I opened a bottle of 7-Up, by the way. Come on. Load, please. Okay, thanks. It is still working, it's just the game now being difficult. But all the matches are over, at least. Because GV has the win. I'm just gonna restart the game again, I think. Because it's not really loading. It's probably confused. Because the thing is, I'm always looking at the the way that the stream holds, basically. And sometimes I see it drop to red, and I know that that's not going to work how it's intended. There we go. Room is gone because the matchup is over. I'm just happy that we didn't miss much, to be honest. That we got there in time for GV's push. Whew. No stress. I just don't know why it does that, but the internet has been pretty unstable lately. We're actually on fiber. This shouldn't be able to happen, to be honest. Half an hour left before we go into the next game, which will be RN versus Risk. Massive commiserations to ID here. They're still top 4 for server. That's something that we shouldn't forget. But GV is through to the top 3 at least. And we have one more matchup to go this day. But yeah, you will see me derp around a little bit on the stream. And then things will work again. Thank goodness. Let's see. What have I got for you? I got some nice games. Let's actually go back to... let's see. I am kind of curious. This is a game... Oh, no. I have a game actually like from a proper pro player from the APAC server. Let's show that. We have F Silver from Risk doing insane things in the bat chat. And to be honest, I don't mind OBS. I kept thinking that was OBS derping, but it's actually my internet. The thing is that I'm using a few devices, so when they all stop working, I know that's not OBS. But it's stupid, really, because it should work just fine. Because I actually reset the modem not long ago to make sure that the internet would be stable and holding, and then it does this to me. Cheeky there. That would have been great if that shot went in, to be honest. He didn't shoot it because he wasn't sure that it would pen, which is a good call, but still. Tools with Tactical tanks only, I'd be all for that, because it would be even Stevens all around the board then. At the same time, I don't blame any team for using pay-to-win tanks. Well, not pay-to-win, paid-for tanks, I should say, because it's not pay-to-win, because it's not... No tank is that OP. But yeah, I don't blame any team for using what's available in the game. It's the same as using the weird and funky consumables that I don't like and stuff like that. E3 is being very forwards there. Silver does not quite like the E3. But it's just super. I actually pay for faster internet than what would be standard here to be able to stream comfortably, and then this sort of stuff happens. But yeah, when I'm streaming, I'm not watching TV, but because the TV is behind my laptop screen, in order to make the light on of my laptop less invasive for my eyes, I tend to just have it on at some random channel or some random show. And I know that when that also says like, yeah, we lost connection, then I definitely know it's my internet. And then the game just gets confused when I've reset it once, and then it's just like, I don't get it. Cheeky shots there, Neo. Managing to not get hit by the 60p. But yeah, I would love an actual proper setup. Being able to have a desktop, that would be fantastic. Because right now I'm just using my little laptop to stream. And it is beautiful. I love my laptop. It does what it needs to. But I would love a proper desktop setup. Now we know where everyone is. Let's see. Cheeky shots there. Just unloading his clip, which is always a good thing. He does take one back though. He has to be careful with the other E3 over there, because that could hurt a lot. Thing is here, which I really like, is that he's actually going after the AMX, because that is by far the most dangerous tank here, because it has a turret. You can manage the rest if you're a light tank, but you have to be careful not to get E3'd. And the E3 there is actually keeping his mate alive by shooting our Batchat. Woo! Ah! That's an HE dip. I don't think the replay would work. I'm not sure if, as a spectator, I don't think I get replays from these games. I can't enter them. I kind of have to watch back my own stream or something. I'm not sure how that will work. Oof. There's a corpse there. Now he has to use the oh god. No pressure. He can just hold. They've got the point advantage. He doesn't need to take any chances. Of course, when the E3 does that, it means free damage. And he can just finish it off beautifully. Look at the damage though, that is insane. For me, collectors and premium tanks are the same thing. They're both paid for. So no, collectors wouldn't count. Wouldn't be able to be used then either. If we go for a tech tree only. Doesn't even matter if you got the tank for free from a free thing somewhere. As long as it's not tech tree, it's not tech tree. But this is glorious. Look at this. 2 tanks that did no damage. 2 donuts. Let's actually have a look. I don't think I can watch the replay from that. And if it does, it's probably... Yeah, no replay button. Would also probably be corrupted because my game crashed, so it wouldn't have recorded that part. But yeah, ideally I would at some point have a desktop computer to stream on, because that would make my life a lot easier. Because I have a little laptop, and the laptop does great work. But it's not nearly as steady or as good as... this is not what I wanted. There you go. As steady or as good as a proper tank. Proper desktop that can basically carry. Let's see... I got a VZ55 game that I've showed one time before, I think. But yeah, I would love a tech tree only. The thing is that Wargaming uses tools like this, especially on this level, to showcase their tanks. So if paid for tanks are part of that, that also means that paid for tanks will be sold more. And at the end of the day, Wargaming is a company, so I understand why they don't exclude paid for tanks from tools. Let's see, this tank, I haven't really touched it much since it came into the game. I free XP'd the whole line just to not have to grind it, but yeah. Let's see. This skill that the tank has though can be so strong. TVP being very forwards. Very cheeky. He might get away with that actually. Oof, no, never mind, he does not. He is in danger because he's getting shot from multiple sides, so he can't really move from here and he can't really do much from there. Nice shot there. Let's see. This is the skill thing though with this tank. It can work out beautifully right now though. Agassi is not having the best of games yet. He kind of has to move to help out his... No, I would have loved to have the replay for that, honestly. To analyze and stuff. But yeah, it won't work here. Oof, nice shot there. I do understand that because as a spectator, I'm not actually participant in the tournament. So I think that is why I do not get access to replays like that. Nice. They are a tank behind though. They kind of need their tanks. He's almost in a Colorado situation. Nice cheeky shot there. That is good. They needed him to go for the kill. Oof. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I was wondering how it got to the result that it did. Especially now he's at 145 HP. Primo for the win. Nice little bounce. He's also shot his reserve shell now, I think. Which gives him quite a few seconds to get shots in. But I would have fixed my gun for safety. It's also frustrating when you can't see. But oof, there you go. Finally got another shell in. Nice. Good job. What a game. No, I know. Like, with the low tiers, technically yes, but right now they're paid for tanks. If you haven't been playing before update 5.5, you will have paid for them if you got them. So that's the thing too. If he's at my, it's not bad. Just, it doesn't really stand out to me. So it's relatively better, just not as much fun, let's say. Let's see how long do we have left, because I keep forgetting, totally not stressed or anything about the whole game crash. Well, not game crash, internet crash. Let's see, what have I got? I got another Batchat game that I'm not sure if I've watched yet before, so let's go for that. Visa is just one of those, it misses the extra oomph. When I go for a tank that I like driving, it's generally a Ridgeliner. Like I like Batchat, I like fast tanks generally. I like auto reloaders. Like some clippers, but I love auto reloaders more. I don't know. PZ just... It's not bad, it just feels mediocre. There are two STBs there that you do not want to meet if you're a Batchat. And that's exactly what he's deciding as well. He's kind of going like, let's not be there. But yeah, VZ is definitely, it's not a bad tank, it's just not a great tank. Let's have a look. Oof. Force being there. There's a lot of tanks here. That's not good. He does take one for that. Nice. He should be able to. There's a Fosh there. Let's not be there. Nah, that's gonna hurt. His teammate is coming over, and he's Batchat is like, I don't want to be here anymore. To be fair, when you come to both my age and the fact that I've got a job and the fact that I don't want to grind anymore. So I just don't. I don't grind, I just free XP lines and just basically don't bother with the grind. I never drive anything stock anymore. I've played this game for since July 14, 2014. That is well over 9 years now. And I honestly, I don't like grinding. So then I don't. Which is honestly, I know that that's not that a lot of people do not have that choice. They have to grind. But yeah, that for me is not really good. I can't really give you proper advice on grinds that way. Basically, they want their teammate to cap base A, and so none of them are doing that. Aripa is now pulling back to do that. Because they have a big point lead there. IS4 turning around to help him. But they kind of need base C as well. Ah, that's a good question. Boggy just asked, why are they suddenly using so many AMX M4s in the tournament instead of 60 GPs and Type 71s? Thing is, Type 71 got nerfed, and tool meta is not the same as, let's say, random meta, because it works differently. But the reason that you don't see Type anymore is because it got nerfed. So when they're looking at tools and tool teams and tool tank choices, they generally look at what can perform the best in multiple situations. AMX does big booms, has big guns. Oof, that shot missed him. HE shells fly slower, that's also a good thing to note. But yeah, things that have worked previous seasons might not work the same way after. There's a turret there. So basically what teams do, they find the kind of combination of things that works for what they want the tanks to do. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to win this. They need the kills. Oh, that was too close. Yeah, they have no really choice but to leave his teammate behind and go for base C just to secure that. That should give them time to work around. But he does need to keep him from getting that base A. That's the issue here. Otherwise it's all for naught. And he does not reset him. Reload your clip, reload your clip, reload your clip. There you go. They can have this, but it will be very lucky if they do. Look at the HP that the Batchat has. He is fully loaded. Nice. Nice. Oh my god. That was too close. But yeah, basically, yeah. Sorry, I kept getting distracted by the replay here. Basically, what teams do is they try to find the correct combination of armor, mobility, DPM, also where they want the tanks to be used. It also needs to not be too predictable. Like if you... let's see, just looking at the tanks here. If you, for instance, choose a grill, that is going to be useful in certain situations, certain positions. That also gives away what you're going to be doing. So basically, you generally see sort of more general meta of tanks that can perform in multiple different kinds of positions and situations. Let's see, how long do we have left? Yeah, we've got time for a quick one. I'm hoping that this is a quick one. Let's see. Otherwise, I'll just have to leave. Let's actually skip a little bit there. There you go. Thing is, I always wonder before a season what the meta will be, because the meta is always different, because it depends on so many different combinations, but you always see certain tanks being used a lot over time, and that makes the meta. Like in this case, Streetwagen here, like the one we're seeing, it doesn't have the best of armor, but it's got great DPM, and if you wolfpack it and you can outgun someone that easily, that makes it meta. That's the advantage of the tank. You can use it as like a med almost. So you can send it to a position where you would normally send mediums. And that in turn makes it a meta tank, because it's very versatile that way. E100 is a good tank. It's not a good tank for tours, because you can get promoted so easily in the face. So you, every now and again, you may see somewhere, but generally you don't see it, and that's with good reason. But in randoms, E100 can be great fun. You just have to be careful to also learn how to angle your turret, because otherwise you will just get promoted in the face. They are losing tanks very, very quickly here. Nice. They are behind in guns by 2, so that's a thing. There we go. Thing is that I prefer driving in sniper mode, so I'm actually not a fan of the E100 to drive myself. So I know it's not bad, mind you. It's a good tank. That was so lucky. No, but no, it's not angling. You have to angle your turret alongside your tank. That's the issue. With the E100, unless you want to get basically promoted in the face, you have to angle your turret alongside your body in different angles, and that makes it very difficult for most players to do it effectively. There's a tank there. They are literally getting in each other's way. There's an E4 there. He is blocking the chieftain a bit here. He is trying to save his friend for a bit longer, because it's 2v2. Well, we don't have that much longer, so I might skip a little bit. You should get this. see. Nice. A little bounce there. He also bounced, but still. He can out DPM the IS-4. The thing is that he just needs to make sure that all shots spent, and the IS-4 does still have quite a bit of troll armor. But this is what I mean. This is the strength of the Streetwagen. Look at how many shots he gets in for the few shots that the IS-4 gets in turn. With a little bit of troll armor to boot, which is also helpful. He will get another shot in, but he should get another shot in before the IS-4 reloads. And that should be the end of him. There you go. Nearly 7k damage. Very cheeky game here. Great game. Rasenii as well, by the way. Let's see. Just gonna have a quick look here. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a minute longer before I accept the room invite to avoid lineups already being shown, because we are a bit late here. Another thing is I do get asking what you should grind, because that's also to do with I have X amount of lines that I haven't gotten yet, and I'm not sure which would be the most fun. But yeah. Let's see. I'm just waiting 20 more seconds and then I'll accept the room invite. Totally not stressful this either, because I just want to make sure that no one sees the lineup, and it's my own fault that we are a bit late, because I wanted to show the replay. Okay, should be fine now. Yes, there we go. RN versus Risk. The winner of this will determine who is in the grand finals tomorrow. And whoever loses this isn't out just yet. They can still fight their way back through the lower bracket if they manage to get past GV. 2 minutes left. And we have RN ready with an AMX-54, 3 Steves, 2 777s and a VK-90 for main rooms. And on Risk side we see 3 Object 777s, a TVP and 3 AMX-54s. A very paid for lineup again, but no Steves. So that can be very interesting to watch as well. This is the thing though, no. People keep saying pay to win. That's actually, I mean, it's a natural term to use, but in the case of Blitz, it's not true. If I were to drive an STB and I'm up against a, let's say, 45% driving a Steve, I'm very confident that I will win. It's not the tank that wins the games. It's the player that wins the games. But if you put a very good player in an STB and a very good player in a Steve, the Steve is more likely to win, but that's based on stats. And it doesn't, again, it doesn't make, the tank doesn't win you the games, you win the games. Super Conqueror is very rare to be used in tours, to be honest. It can work, but it is very rare. It's very map specific. We've seen some on maps like New Bay and stuff. But overall, the main meta this season seems to be mostly Steve's AMX-54s and Object 777s, intertwined with a light or mat tank every now and again. But that being said, again, I don't blame any team for using the tanks that are available to them. It's not their fault that the meta is paid for right now. Like, if we look at the lineup, there's exactly one tank here in both teams together that is not paid for. Let's have a look. RN focusing mainly on the middle side with a bit towards base B, where we have Risk going for base A, I should say, sorry, B, A and B. And Risk is heading for base C. Not spotting anyone there. Trash is actually being very forwards here. Now spotted. This is interesting choice though. Smurt potato. I think it's called smart, but weird pun. Smurt potato. Oof, he's being focused on heavily. Also extending too far there. And we have the Steves at the back. Versus 777. Smart losing more HP here. Pulling back. And they know that Silver is at base C. We have Silver now reloading. And they are now pushing Mozzarella. Losing quite a bit of HP as they do so. But only Zonk is there to help. The rest of Risk now arriving at the back. They will need to focus fire. They're focusing the heaviest armor tank there. Mozzarella goes down. The Judgment getting clipped. Slowly but surely goes down. Zonk trying to block Brad Tank there, making it difficult for him to pull out, but also using him as armor. Big hit into Iron Bread. He's facing off against two. He is getting help from his teammates. Iron Bread actually got set on fire, but Zonk goes down first. Pookie being left alone. Sugu on fire. Goes down. Trash goes down as well. 5v3. 5v4. Pookie not looking too healthy. Lisa losing quite a bit of HP as well. Pookie goes down. And now it's just Silver. And Lisa. Versus 4. Lisa does not get to do another shot. He does get an important kill, but now he's basically lost his chance to run away. And he's reloading his clip, so off meeting takes him out. And the first game is for RN. And this is the thing, I think it's small things, but as soon as Potato started pulling back, that's also when RN started to push. They knew they had a tank advantage on the other side, so if they pushed there, they were 2 tanks in favor of then 2 guns in favor. Well played. And let's see. One minute left before we go into the second game on Mayan Runes. VK90 is being left behind. RN now going for 3 AMX54s and potentially 4 Steves. Versus 3 777s, a TVP and potentially 3 AMX54s. Just watching the chat, they're really talking about like things matchmaker, whether tanks win you the game. They don't. Yes, you are partly dependent on your team, but you can always use your team. That's something that a lot of people forget as well. If your team is very campy, try to draw the enemy into their line of fire. Use their camping. If they are very YOLO, use them as cannon fodder. Have the enemy focus them while you do the damage. It happens very rarely that you lose a game where you didn't make mistakes yourself as well. And that's something to keep in mind, because a lot of people blame the teams for what happens to them, but they're just as responsible. They're a part of that team as well. Of course, I have seen reports from someone in this, about someone in this game recently telling people to kill themselves, and that's of course very much not okay. And especially when you're a pro player, you should know better. RN focusing on the base C and B side. Silver no longer getting a free cap there. And he does spot Uncrowned and Trash, and he knows that there's more people there. He lands a few hits, but then has to be careful. Does take a big one back though that he didn't really need to. Most of RN focusing on this side of the battle. And as a result, we see Sugu being very forwards together with Lisa. Dutchman has been kept as well. Risk, oh, big hit into Trash. Risk being very forwards here. Silver moving back, going after Trash, potentially. RN is responding. And we have Trash now. That is a very important miss. He might still get the kill, but it will be difficult. He has only one shell left. If that doesn't do the role that he needs it to. And it does not. Trash survives on 28 HP, and now the TVP has to reload again. Risk split themselves up way too much here. Smirt Potato, almost gone, goes down. Ploy goes down as well. But overall, Risk has a gun advantage on most sides. Trash is still alive, which is also important. I am Bread Tank. Still alive. Pookie goes down. Both teams have lost 2 guns. HP wise, there's actually still an advantage for RN. But they do have some low HP targets. Sugu now arriving. Silver goes down. Mozzarella is being blocked here. Badu making full use of that. Oof, he does need to kill that AMX though. That is a very important knock kill shot. And again, off meeting 0 people goes down. In this case, Mozzarella survived a lot longer than he should have. Badu. But now Iron Brad can also land shots. Has to be very careful not to get killed there. They need him alive desperately. Lisa losing HP on the other side. The Judgment surviving. So, ooh, that's an important not kill shot. Lisa actually got ammo rack there. Sugu goes down. Iron Brad Tank goes down. Zonk is the last one left alive. Wadu has too much HP here. Should definitely get the kill. Nice tracking shot. It's not going to be enough. And he gets the kill there. And the game is 4-0 again. And I think the main mistake that Risk made here is just splitting up too much. Not sticking together. Not making a cohesive, coherent push. But splitting up so many tanks. Creating all these little micro battles and not really having the advantage in most places. Some unfortunate missed or bounce shots obviously didn't help either. But still. And let's see. Look at the damage though. There's like 38 damage between the teams. Well done. And let's see. 1 minute 70 seconds left to go. RN looking quite dominant here so far. We are moving on to Alpenstadt. Different map, different mindset. New chances. And we have RN taking 2 AMX-54s, a 215B, an IS-7, a TVP, a 60P and an LT. Versus a Kranwagen, AMX-54, 2 of them even. A 777, a 60P and potentially a Steve. Basically, the best advice I can give you for the game is to keep learning. Look at your own mistakes. Stop blaming other people for your losses. own up to the things that you did wrong and learn from them. Sugi readying up in the Kranwagen in the end. But that's always something to just basically stay true to yourself. Do right by yourself. Don't blame others for the mistakes that you've made. I've got like 48,000 battles or something now. I've had exactly one battle where I did everything right and still lost. And let's see. Can Oren continue this? By the way, by the time you hear this, there will be like 32 minutes left of the timer working, that is. And I will stream for all of them, regardless of how fast or long, how short or long this matchup is. I will stream for the minimum amount of time to get. Basically, I will stream for the time that the timers are active. And let's see. Aran focusing on the middle. Sending Wadu to a camping spot. And Toaster to a rock. He's just holding there. He's not looking to go anywhere just yet. Hope he didn't crash. Silver in a bush. Suga and Mugu behind him. Wadu in a bush as well. This is always interesting though. This is what I mean with tours versus randoms. If you're a Kranwagen, nice bush shot there. This is the thing. Most people are often there in that bush, which is where the blind shots happen. That is less likely to happen in randoms. Crash is being stopped with Smert and Mozzarella being spotted there. I just keep wanting to put a heavy accent on the name Smert Potato. Because this is such a funny name. Wadu losing a little bit of HP. And a bit more. He's in a very tricky position. Can't really get out of there. Can't really move either which way. Now unspotted, so gets out of there. But that gives basically Risk has not lost a single bit of HP yet. And that's a comfortable position to have. Pookie is not actually spotted there. Even though he's in a very precarious position if they weren't to know that he's there. That's danger. Rat tank moving in. Is spotted. They are going to go after Pookie. Pookie does not hit that shot. Smert, the first one to lose a bit of HP and a bit more. They are going after Pookie. And Risk will have to make a choice whether to push back or to accept the loss. Pookie getting hit for 51 HP. Wadu getting shot on the other side base. A is not really being capped. They are pushing through it. Pookie is on his own. Is focusing on Iron Brat Tank. Not giving Iron Brat Tank the chance to HE him there. Which is a good call. Pookie will go down. Smert Potato also not looking too healthy. There goes Pookie, but Toaster goes down as well. Ploy takes a hit. And another one. Base B is now being kept. Zonk over there. Sugu crossing to join. Oh, big hits into off meeting 0 people. And now they also have base B. So even if RN were to cap base C, that does not give them the advantage. Right now they're keeping all their low HP targets alive. Iron Brat Tank goes down. But look at the amount of low HP targets here. Smert manages to survive another reload. Does not get to shoot back though. Off meaning 0 people. Employ all go down. Trash losing a bit more HP. Smert Potato and Wadu both go down. There goes Trash, and now the Judgment is the last one left alive. Risk taking home 1k points and all the kills. Only losing 2 of them themselves. Very well played by Risk here, playing it for the points, but also that early bleeding. And honestly here, the fact that our little 777 Pookie survived so long in the corner made all the difference here. This is still a best of 7. The grand finals tomorrow, that's a best of 9. But also the lower bracket finals will also be a best of 7. Only the grand finals is a best of 9. But yeah, I'm very much against toxicity. I absolutely hate it, and I dislike people being rude in a game. Like, if it gets you that upset that you feel the need to say that sort of thing to people, then you need to step back and not play the game, because that is on you, not on the ones that you're cussing at. And I will happily report anything that I see in game. Ah, that's a good point, Martin. Martin just said, if you have the higher heavies hiding behind the grill, you can blame them. Yeah, that is a point. If they're behind you and they're pushing you. That being said, though, and you probably see the grill game on Yamato Harbor. Once this matchup is over, we will have time to kill. I will show you that replay that shows how amazing a grill can be frontline without being primary target. But yeah, for the fourth game, the second game on Alpenstadt, we see RN now taking 3 AMX 54s. 3 Steves and an LT versus 4 Steves, a VK72 and 2 AMX 54s. Can Risk continue this momentum? This is also a thing. Someone just pointed out that they have a lot of situations where his friend in this case did the most damage. And he will die because the rest of the team just disappears in 2 minutes. Yeah, that is the thing. But also, damage isn't everything. You can do the most damage in the game and absolutely not be effective or a proper teammate. That's the one thing that I always dislike about the big TDs that are hiding at the back. The fact that you got 3 shots in the Death Star and did 3k damage does not mean you were effective at all. And that's a common mistake people make. It's not about damage. It's about teamwork. It's about being effective. Toaster spotting the street wagons and deciding he does not want to be there. And now we have RN holding. Alisa heading towards base B. Overextending a little bit. First shots have been fired. First blood has been drawn. Uncrowned losing a little bit of HP as well. HP wise, there's about a 1k advantage in Risk's favor. They also again go for the early base C cap. And RN does not really want to let them have that. They know about the AMXs. Pookie is being set upon by both Badu and Iron Bread Tank and Toaster. This is a very good play by RN. Not letting them have that base. Going for the cap. Pookie goes down instantly. Now the AMX 54s are basically being set upon. They did take down Uncrowned. But Zonk is not looking too healthy. The Judgment is pulling back. Smirt Potato will get that shot in. And I will never say that name normally, I fear. Zonk goes down as does the Judgment. Smirt dropped down. Base C has been left alone. The street wagons are moving in. Going after Silver. Ploy is the preferred target. No, it is not. They're capping base B. Iron Bread Tank getting tracked, think more than anything else. Toaster is moving around at the back. Wadu chasing down Silver. Has to make sure he gets that kill. And he does. Ploy holding so far. Alisa not looking too healthy. Neither does Ploy. Mozzarella no taking shots from Toaster. Toaster needing to get that kill. Mozzarella and Sugu go down at the same time. Ploy gets another shot in because he's still alive somehow. RN just has too many guns left alive. Alisa not looking too healthy. Goes down. And it is actually Ploy with his grand total of 66 HP that gets the last kill on Smart Potato. Very well done here by RN again. Shutting down the base C plan that Risk had again. And now RN is up for potential match point. If they win the next game, then they are through to the grand finals and Risk will have to fight their way back through the lower bracket. The also thing is that people are also talking about communication in randoms and everything. The problem with that is that you don't know who the person is that is saying that. It could be a 70%er, but it could be a 70%er with 50 games. You cannot really trust their judgment. But also you could do could be a 70%er with 50k games, and that would make them a lot more trustworthy. But you don't know the stats of the person that is talking to you, and even if you were to see their win rate, that doesn't mean that they're an experienced player that know what they're doing. And that's always an issue as well. I try to give advice, I try to make the team go in the same direction in the beginning of the battle, usually, because that helps the most. A team of 7 players will generally win against 7 individuals. So if you get all the noses in the right direction, you're a lot more likely to win. It's the same as what you see here. It's a lot chaotic, but it's the focus fire here that wins the games. Arwen now ready with 4 Streetwagens, a TVP, a 777 and an LT. And Risk having 1 Streetwagen, an LT, 2 60Ps, a Steve, an AMX 54 and a Super Conqueror. They hurt you. And let's have a look. We're moving on to Black Goldville, new map, new mindset. But that's a lot of Steves. But yeah, my general tip just for the game as a whole. Learn from your mistakes. Don't blame others. If you lose, move on. If you lose too much and you get frustrated, take a break from the game. Or, just gonna see. Yeah, there you go. Blind shots happening. Risk not taking any of them by the looks of it, because we saw no blue traces. Smart Potato and Silver heading towards the C area. We have Toaster having a look. Blind shot happening. Neither of them spotted the other though. I'm not sure if there's anyone there. Interesting stuff. He's all alone there though, Toaster. RN pushing base A. But yeah, take a break or switch tanks and tiers. Usually 2 tiers and a different kind of tank will help reset your mind. And basically, the more frustrated you get, the more mistakes you make and the angrier you get. So you need to reset your mind basically. A has been capped. Base C now being capped by Risk. But RN will have a slight point advantage and that will be up to Risk to fix. Pookie shooting the building. Pretty sure that that was a button derp rather than anything else. Silver staying in the corner. Zonk being very careful. No one's going for base B. Base B isn't even... Well, Zonk is protecting base B, but Armin has made no play for base B at all. But now we see RN, aside from Badu and Ploy, rotating back around, heading towards that middle section. Blind shots happening into the bush. Smart Potato is spotted. And they know that Toast is there somewhere, they just don't know where. And I think they think that someone is in this bush. Which is why the blind shots keep happening here. He's not doing that now though, the judgment is in the middle. Might just push down. No, he does not push down into base B. RN just needs to protect base B. It's up to Risk to make a move. Shots are being fired. Ploy taking the first hit, followed by Pookie taking a hit as well. And they just need to be patient. RN has the upper hand here, but they need to be prepared for a push. Badu being careful here. Both tanks ready to not be there very quickly. And now if the judgment in near base B, Zonk going for it. And he is spotted. But right now, Risk does not seem to be in a position to reset it. And as a result, Risk will get an advantage here. And it's immediately now we see RN making a move, making a push. Going for where they think they have the tank advantage. Going after Pookie. Pookie is being farmed. Off meeting 0 people is the preferred target for RN. But Pookie goes down first. They are going after Lisa next. He is the preferred target. And they are in the ditch. Making it harder for him to get away. Big hit into Uncrowned. Lisa. Still alive if barely. Ploy arriving at the back there. Taking him out. And RN is in a tricky position, honestly, because now they have a lot of low HP targets. Vadu has almost reloaded. Uncrowned goes down. Iron Bread Tank is basically overextending here. Base B is being kept. We have 2 versus 3 happening there. The Judgment and Zonk both go down. We have Vadu now reloading. Taking base B. Smert Potato knows that he can get a land a whopper here. And he does not! He does not land a whopper there. Off meeting 0 people. Base C is being kept. Vadu almost reloaded is going to take out Smert Potato. And RN has 3 bases. 3v3 in guns. Plo being pushed again. Vadu has the HP but does not have the clip. Ploy goes down. Vadu now in danger. Base A and base B are both being kept. Vadu needs to stay alive. That's the thing that they need to happen. Base C is theirs. They have the advantage. They might want to hunt down Silver because he's at base A, but there we go. We are at 1k points. They do get Silver. And the game is for RN. As well as the matchup. Yeah, that's basically the less polite version of what I said. Martin just said, if you get frustrated, touch grass or change to you. Beautiful games here. Close again damage-wise. RN just being very dominant here. Playing it for the points, getting those advantages, and knowing that when they know X amount of tanks are on one side, they can push on the other side. And getting that focus fire in. Beautifully played. They are through to the grand finals tomorrow. And it means that tomorrow we start with Risk versus GV. So that's going to be great fun as well. Look, have a look in the previous matchups. Because Risk versus GV has been 4-2 and 4-1 for Risk. So that's going to be interesting to watch because GV will have to bring their A game there. But yeah, this is also, just to go back to the matchmaking thing. That's why we need better balancing in matchmaking, says Martin. I, as 15k and my mates with over 60k, don't want to play with 300 battle tier 10 bots. Well, to be fair, when you have that many battles, you do not meet bots. I know what you mean, but literally, newbie matchmaking makes people meet actual bots. But in this case, that doesn't happen. And matchmaking shouldn't look at the amount of matches. It shouldn't look at win rate. Matchmaking should be random, and it is. Aside from newbie matchmaking, and the school basically, if you lose a crap ton of games in a row and you do very, very badly, or you're AFK all the time, then you get your own matchmaking as well. But, like, overall, matchmaking shouldn't look at stats. It shouldn't look at battles, because at the end of the day, that means we all just end at 50% then. Basically, you can't have 60%ers without 40%ers. I love matchmaking being as random as it is. And yes, it can be frustrating. The game can be frustrating for anyone. But that basically we all have those teams. And it kind of depends on just how you can make it work for you. You need to use your team. You need to use the enemy team. And just try your best. You have to keep in mind that the average player in Blitz is used to losing more than they win. And that says a lot too. But yeah, in the ways of Frontline grills. Let's have a look here. This was actually one of the most fun games I've seen in a long, long time. That isn't the tour game, that is, but like randoms. But yeah. Meanwhile, by the time you hear this, that is still 12 minutes of the timer left, so I will stream for another 12 minutes by the time you hear this. But yeah, massive congratulations for Iron for reaching the grand finals. Fantastically played. Well put together team, good teamwork and everything, I love it. I also like Trap Melon here is very good now at just anticipating where people will be. He's being very careful, doesn't want to get shot by the Yo. So the Yo is just overextending, which means that, again, the girl can just land another shot in and now the Yo is a one shot. To be fair, the chat is still toxic in EU. It was actually nice and peaceful without the chat, to be fair. This shot I absolutely love. This is why you sniper mode and stand still when you shoot. You just has to be careful because there's a light at base C. And he kind of has to move now. Frontline grill is just honestly great. This is how I used to play the tank when it first came out. Because it's just so much fun. And he could handle it. The thing is, you just need to make sure that you are not the primary target, that's all. A little bit of fire also always helps. And this is also, I can't fault, like he gets a nice little shot there as well, nice high roll. And then he finds 3 damage. Look at that. You do not need to ever feel bad about farming an AFK, because farming the AFK also keeps them from getting into the battle later on. And it's just 3 damage at this stage. And you avoid a big giant clipper that could easily murder you getting into the game later on. Honestly, I wish that you had more reports in-game. I also know that a lot of people misuse the reports that you do get. They will report people for being bad players, which you can't report people for. They can't do anything about that. But if they're consciously blocking you or pushing you, or they're being toxic in the game, yes, by all means report them. I also don't report people for being AFK, because there are so many legit reasons why someone can be AFK. Like, if you have a kid and the kid falls down and starts bawling their eyes out, you have to leave and basically look after the kid. Same if your internet derps out, like what happened on my stream here even. Or if you have the postman at the door, etc. Those are things you can't prepare for them. It can happen, and it sucks, but it can happen, and you can't blame them for that. So yeah, too many ways that a teammate can be legit AFK, so I never downvote or report for AFK. I will downvote people doing 0 damage and being absolutely YOLO. Like if they go Leroy Jenkins and they just rush in completely, then yes, I will report those. Because that's actually illegal. That's a form of rigging. No, I know what you meant, Martin, but it's just funny because newbie matchmaking is an actual thing and then people mean actual bots. Look at this. 8.3k damage. Casual frontline grill. This is exactly what I mean though. This is how you can comfortably frontline with pretty much any tank. You could have done this with any tank and won this. You just need to make sure that you are not the primary target. He used his team perfectly here. He used the Emil 2 as cover from the camper that was at base C. Just not blocking him or anything. He just made sure that the Emil 2 was between him and the LT sniping from the other side of the map. That is effective playing. Of course, it helps that he is definitely an OP player as well. This is not something that I wouldn't trust to the random average player in the game. Let's see, we've got 7 minutes left to basically, well, of time is left. Also, by the way, if you watched from the beginning, you should have all the rewards now. It will take a few hours before they're actually credited to your game, so to your account. So please be patient with that. As long as you watch through the portal, make sure that you were logged in, the blue timers were working, you will get your rewards. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jono. Yes, Trapmelon is a YouTuber as well. So yes, he is the guy that does shorts as well. Let's see. Let's end on an exciting game, shall we? I've got like a few replays that are just insane. That like, how did you win this kind of games? The other one is actually more fun. I'm gonna show you the other one first. And then we'll see if we can show this one too. Actually not going to show you I don't want to show you what happens next. The result. Of course the game is crashing, which is not helpful. There you go. Just don't want you to see the result yet. There you go. Okay. Let's show the other one first. The other one is very much a... You shouldn't have won this kind of game. And it's absolutely insane. Old School, by the way, is also a community contributor. Definitely drop him a sub. He also streams some of the tours this season. I think he streams tomorrow for APAC server. I will be part of the official stream. So if you're looking for me, I will be there. Not on my own channel. But this, honestly, this game is utterly insane. Let's see. I might not even get to show you the other one. Depends a bit on how long this game takes, because I don't remember. Old School is an actual professional player. He plays on the Aqua team. And he is absolutely insane. Does a great many amazing things, like getting shots like that and just pretty much clipping out. Knows how to play the TVP really, really well. Knows where to go, knows when to reload his clip and everything. Fantastic player. Knows how to use your teammate as cover without actually blocking them. See, that is an effective way of using cover. He does get a shot into him there. And now he's reverse side. That's something I've never been able to do. I can't reverse side scrape. Not to save my life. Of course, the VK is now literally pushing him and making it impossible for him to move. So that's big GG. But yeah, this game is very much how on earth you shouldn't have won this. And that makes it really good fun. You can report a person that completely YOLOs by unspotting conduct. This is the thing, people don't realize that if you go completely YOLO and you don't even... Nice ammo rack there. You don't even try to play, then that's basically rigging as well. It's the same as when you are... if you refuse to shoot a person, if someone does that, that's also rigging. That's called passive play. And you can also report that via unspotting conduct. I think he's expecting people to be here. But right now he's just casually using that. Nice. And now he can use the bunker again to save himself and not get shot. Basically, I always like the game. It's not always easy and it can be really frustrating. I like the combination of text. I only play Supremacy because of that, to be honest. Because I do not like... Oh, hello. I do not like it when you have... I don't like Encounter because people are so predictable there. You have a lot less ability to affect the game effectively. Effectively. Nice, Sheridan there. Letting him reload his clip. It's just them two versus those three. But they are very much behind on points and that's an issue. Sheridan going to the beach. Old School going to the bunker. And this time it's not working as intended. And there's someone behind. The Yo is behind there as well. And he's still getting shot. Oof. Now it's just him and he really needs the kills. He does not have that much HP left. Nice. And he can try and get that shot in as well. And he does. Like I said, remember what I said in the beginning. How on earth do you win this? Look at the points. Look at where he's at. How do you win this? He's just consciously murdering the TVP there. And there you go. How? That should not have happened in any way, shape or form. But yeah, like I said, Old School being very pro. And this is again, look at the rating he's at. If he's meeting people that are similar ratings to him, this is as close to skill-based matchmaking as you can be. And look at how he won this. How ridiculous is that? Look at the ratings on the other people. How did he win this? You know? But yeah. That's gonna be it. No, the thing is that with Old School, because there's a limited amount of spectator slots per battle in tours, at some point when you have different languages, they get a clean feed. So then he has to comment himself over what he sees. Basically the same thing that we do when we stream Grand Finals on the official server. We don't get to control the camera ourselves, which is why sometimes it's not the best camera work. But basically you have to work with what you got. And as analyst, oh god, I'm struggling with words today. As analyst, you just you talk over replays of little snippets of battles that is not really what you want to talk about, because it might be something else entirely that you want to talk about, which can be a little bit frustrating at times, but there you have to work with it basically. And yeah, Old School is streaming in German, and he is re-streaming the clean feed that he gets. Lararith just asked, could you recommend what tank is the best for grindings? Honestly, with all the changes, I would wait and see how that works out before really starting it. But if you want to go down a line, personally, the most fun line, in my opinion, is the Spaghetti 65 line. It's not an easy line. You have to get used to auto reloaders and how to work them effectively from tier 8 onwards. But if I have to choose a line that I thought the most fun to grind, because basically Pantera, Standard B and Spaghetti 65 are all ranked very high in my favorite tanks in-game as a whole, then those would be the ones to go for, in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically it. By the time you hear this, the timer will have stopped. Timers are now gone, which you hear in 3 minutes. But yeah, timers have stopped. So that means I'm going to stop streaming as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Jonas, so much for supporting my channel. Thank you, Yoda and Mutsu, for handling the chat for me earlier today and now. And basically, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow, but I will be on the official channel as analyst, so I will not be streaming on my own channel. So I hope to see you there. And yeah, that's it for me for now. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your Monday. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye.